Hi everyone, Tony from Hack the Movies here, and today we're talking about Child's Play 2. Is it the best slasher sequel of all time? Let's find out in today's episode.
Tapes, we're talking about tapes.
Crystal, watch out! There's a tiny, violent, angry man in the store. And also, Chucky's here. Hi, Kit.
Oh, man, you really just right out of the gate. Here you go.
Kit, I
You know,
was...
it feels really nice to not be the victim of this time.
I'm sure things will change.
Oh, it will very quickly.
You know,
you gotta
but-
get it out just to you real quick.
I'm almost happy that you're in between us right now because I'm sure he wouldn't be saying any of that.
Well, when I got my restraining order, I asked for like 500,000 miles between us, and I guess they must have heard. They said 5 feet. The kid has to legally stay 5 feet away from you. And I'm like, would have liked a little bit more, but okay. But yeah, you just invited yourself into the store. Much like a Chucky movie, I was minding my own business, and then a tiny terror came in and scared me.
Well, I mean, as I said, you got to really start locking your doors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your neck?
These are rolling for insurance reasons. It still hurts, and I'll never recover. I'll never recover from your unprovoked assault.
Man, how what my little tiny hands can do, you know? I still have marks. I have marks here from his neck beard cutting me.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Oh, fuck. I didn't shave the neck beard. I've been making a point to shave it more, and I didn't. I'm a little unkempt, all right?
Oh, God.
Child's Play 2. Crystal, we did Child's Play 1 together.
I honestly don't remember.
You don't remember the review, or you don't remember Child's Play 1?
No, I remember Child's Play 1.
Okay, I was
don't
going to
remember
say,
the
this must have
review.
been a very confusing movie if you didn't remember Child's Play 1.
No, I don't remember reviewing.
Well, we did.
Oh, great.
And also that year, I did a little bonus video for Child's Play 2's TV cut, which got a shit ton of views. I probably should have capitalized on that a lot sooner, and here I am a year and a half later, finally getting around to Child's Play 2, the theatrical cut. And by the way, if you want to know what's in the TV cut, go watch that video. I'm not going to tell you here. I might bring something up at the end.
You probably will.
I love this movie. This movie's great.
It's
When did you
really-
first see this movie? Do you remember?
No, I don't. Every time you're probably going to ask me, hey, remember when was the first time you ever seen this movie? I don't know.
I should have did it in the Dune 2 episode. You'd be like, I don't remember. I'd be like, Crystal, it was a week ago. I was with you.
Yeah.
Kit, when did you first see this movie?
So this was always on TV when I was
It
a
was.
kid. because
USA.
They
Yes.
never had the original on. It was always 2.
Because the original is MGM, I think. All the other ones were Universal.
Yeah, well, yeah, 2's, yeah, MGM.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it
Universal
was-
USA, they aired on their network all the time.
Yeah, it's this one and
2 and 3 used to
2
play
and
back to
3
back all
and,
the time.
whatchamacallit, and the oh my goodness, with Tiffany.
Oh, Bride of Chucky.
Bride of
Yeah,
Chucky.
eventually Bride of
Jesus.
Chucky would,
I
yeah.
was gonna say Chucky's Bride, and I was like,
But
wait, no.
in the
words.
90s, it was Child's Play 2 and 3.
I would
like,
see
Yeah.
the
all
Bride
the
of
time.
Chucky on HBO on TV Guide all the time. And I was like,
Yeah.
I can't watch it because
Oh,
I
I
don't
love
have HBO.
No.
Yeah, so did you see this before the first one?
Yeah, I'm probably on TV because I mean I shouldn't have been watching it when I did.
Wow.
So I probably only saw the first one only like a handful of times.
So were you one of those kids like me who was terrified of Chucky, seeing it in video stores until you finally watched the movie and you're like, oh, this guy's hilarious.
Well, no, it creeped me out even like as a kid because he was killing innocent people. You know,
Yeah.
whether I liked the people in the movie or not, but. Like the dad.
They all deserve to die in this one. That was pretty awesome.
don't
Like
know.
none of them were good people.
Not the
I mean, they
mother.
didn't deserve to die.
You sure?
Look, I know you're dressed like Chucky right now, which I don't know why you would dress as a female Chucky. There is a female Chucky. It's called Tiffany. Like,
Because I'm a fucking redhead, okay? Let
well,
me
why aren't
live in
you
my
Glenn?
redhead.
Glenda. Glenda was a redhead.
They don't make costumes.
They really don't.
This was
They don't.
They
easier.
were just thinking
Okay.
we're just dressing.
Like, I was
just
just like,
dressing up.
okay.
Well, all I
live.
have is my Chucky on my Halloween Horror Nights, but it's probably blocked by
Actually,
the
I
counter.
have 2 other Chucky shirts too. I could have.
You could have let one to Kit.
Well, it's fine. I have these pins that are jabbing me in my chest right now.
I don't know. Your
so it's
shirt
fine.
might be a little baggy on him. He's very tiny.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, man.
Oh, this is
It's like when you give your
awkward.
girlfriend one of your sweaters and it's all baggy on them. That would be like if you just gave him one of your small shirts to him. He'd be all baggy.
But at least it'd be warm.
Yeah, this one is amazing. I love this movie. Tom Holland didn't come back to direct this one. They got John LaFia, the late John LaFia, who knocked it out of the park. I'm
really
surprised he didn't do he had like a pretty long career, but like the movie that jumped out at me at his IMDb was Man's Best Friend, which I reviewed with James with Lance Henriksen. You ever see that one?
What's that?
No.
Lance Henriksen makes a genetically engineered super dog, and then it the girl from Breakfast Club breaks it out, and the dog falls in love with the girl,
What?
and then it sabotages the husband, and but the dog.
romantically?
Yeah, but the dog also has superpowers. It can climb trees, it can eat cats, it can camouflage. It knows how to break a guy's brake line in his car.
I'm still stuck with the bestiality aspect.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I
real
haven't
highlighting
moved
on
past
that.
that just yet.
I mean, he also likes lady dogs. He assaults a lady dog, and it leads to a cliffhanger. Not a great movie. I watched it a lot for some reason, but that's the other John LaFia classic.
up
Is
in
that
the
why
head.
you liked it?
No, it was just a ridiculous movie.
He liked watching the bestiality. That's what it was. He liked
Well,
to
that's the
watch.
review I did
Yeah,
with
I could
James.
get-
I had
I
a
could
lot
get
of fun.
into
I had a lot of fun with
That's what it
Man's
was.
Best Friend. I kind of like what he did with the direction here. He made the movie very colorful, and he had the camera really low. He
Yeah.
wanted it to be like from a kid's perspective, which is why everything's like colorful and whatnot. Yeah, and Don Mancini came back to write, and I think he had more control this time. He really has been with this series, other than the remake. He's been like guiding the series all the way through. So,
I think this is one of my favorite series
yeah.
of all the the main franchises. I think this is probably one of my favorite series.
You mentioned in the previous episode, like, is there like a
I did,
a slasher
yeah.
movie that has like a consistent content? And right
Yeah.
now
It
it's
is
Chucky.
this
There's no fat in
Yeah.
it, I don't think.
Other than the remake, which is like an
Yeah.
outlier. Which even then, the remake wasn't bad. It just shouldn't have
everyone
been
hated the
Chucky.
remake.
I liked it.
I
Just
did
because it
too.
didn't look like Chucky and it was different.
Well, it should
Everyone-
have just been a complete like they don't make dolls like Chucky anymore, so it felt weird and out of place.
Like I think we talked about it and you said, oh, it should have been called something else.
Yeah.
I don't mind it being called Chucky
Neither
because
do
it's
I.
just the modern take of Chucky.
But then Megan came out, and that proved that you can do a creepy doll thing, and it doesn't have to be a reboot of something. But I didn't watch the
Sure.
episode, but I did see the clip of Chucky cursing off Megan. That made me laugh. In the new season, I got to
Oh,
finish
that
the new
series.
season.
I can't. I want to ruin it for you
I
so
want
bad.
to watch the season 2.
It
I
is
haven't
my
watched any
favorite.
of it yet.
Really, any of the
Oh my
show?
God, you're missing out.
I
So,
want to.
all right,
I
we're gonna
want
go
so
through.
bad.
We're gonna go through these movies one at a time. At some point, we should do the series. We should also,
because I want to see them.
speaking of, we should also circle back and do like season 1 of Ash vs Evil Dead season 2.
Oh my goodness!
Try
Can we
it
also
out.
talk? You got to watch the talk. Just going off random tangents of shows. Evil. I told you. I texted you. Got to watch Evil.
It's getting canceled. It better end and not be a cliffhanger.
I don't know, but I'm watching. I think I'm like a couple episodes before the
You said a
last
Netflix
one.
show? Wasn't that on TV?
So
But-
apparently it was CBS that went to Paramount that now went to Netflix.
Ah, okay. I was like Lucifer
But-
was CW or something, and I went to Netflix.
Exactly, but it is so fucking good.
Anyway,
yeah,
we can talk about
Okay.
TV shows all day long. We got to talk about Child's Play too.
Woo!
Chucky has been salvaged by PlayPal Toys. I assume he'd be evidence or something.
Yeah.
Or
Cops
maybe
saw it.
Well, they
or maybe he wouldn't be evidence because the cops would be like, other cops would be like, well, clearly it's just a fucking doll. But
well, that's
somehow
what they say in the beginning.
There were 2 cops that saw him
no,
explode.
but I did like the guy is just like, no, the cops were smart. They denied everything, but the mom is backing up Andy's story, which means I guess, although the newer stuff say that the cop did end up with the mom, but that was probably a rough patch. Where she's like, remember when you didn't tell people that our son saw Chucky? And he's like, well, yeah, I wanted to keep my job. And
Yeah.
not go to an insane
Yeah, it'll
asylum.
be rough dinners.
Oof.
But they're rebuilding Chucky. They're peeling him apart. And also, everything we see here doesn't look like anything we see in the factory later on. Like the metal frame and stuff. I'm like,
Right.
I don't see that in any of the other. The good guy dolls make no sense to me. That factory at the end, I'm like, I feel like we just saw 5 different devices doing the same exact thing. So yeah, they're building him. It's a cool way to start the movie, like rebuilding the bad guy.
It just starts off with just
Yeah.
action, which I love. And that's the way it starts, and that's the way it keeps going. It doesn't really drop. I don't feel like
Mm-hmm.
too much. It just starts and it keeps
No,
going until
this
the very
movie
end.
has, like you said, this movie has no fat.
No.
Right.
Whatever little fat there was
a
in the
skinny
TV
movie.
version to make time for the kills being cut out. But yeah, we meet Mr. Sullivan, who's the head of PayPal. PayPal.
Wow.
PlayPal. He's meeting with Mattson, aka the guy who played Richard Fish in Ally McBeal.
Oh my god.
I talked about this recently. No one remembers Ally McBeal.
I remember Ally McBeal
Yeah, I do too.
and not
but
watching it.
Exactly. I
know
know
what
the
it is?
name. I don't.
You know what I realized? It doesn't replay or stream anywhere. Because I feel
Might
like
be a
modern
reason.
girls would love Ally McBeal. I'm like, why isn't this like a feminist icon? Why is no one talking about her? Like, oh, it just doesn't stream anywhere.
Just forgotten.
And I'm mad about it because I went to
Well,
Boston.
Not here.
I went to Boston. I took a picture of her law firm and I was like, guess what show it's from? And absolutely no one knew what it was from.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, he played Richard Fish in Ally McBeal.
Fantastic.
Can we get back into that?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like his theory is that someone tampered with the audio recording in it. And it's like someone probably just fucked around with it, said they were the Lakeshore Strangler.
Oh my god, he was going into it too,
yeah.
like, making such a joke. And the guy's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
People just died. But
Hi, I'm Chucky. I'm the Lakeshore Strangler. Now I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's like people just died. Now prove to me that this
Horribly.
doll is safe. I have to tell the board that this doll is safe. And sure enough, they shove the eyes into it, and then the guy gets voodoo electrocuted. And not even that, he gets launched through the fucking protective glass.
Oh my
Which,
god.
by the way, it was funny that they have this operating room for dolls. I'm like, I feel like this is a little ridiculous.
It's hilarious and amazing.
I know
love
they
how-
said they
how
wanted
quick
to-
it was.
Huh?
There was no like whole like build up scene of him, coming back. He just came
No,
back.
he just
Yeah.
comes back. That's like his
And it was
energy
like-
going
All you
back
had to do is
in.
build it, and there he's.
So
he's
the
back.
whole getting trapped in the doll. I guess if you die and get rebuilt, it just starts over.
Yeah,
But like,
that's
you
kinda how they
didn't
established
die.
it.
It's still in. Like, he's just now able to move more. Like, I don't think if you like keep watching it like throughout the entire thing, like he gets destroyed. He's still in there. So now he's just has.
But like the
movement.
thing said, he'll be trapped in the doll forever. So he comes back and he still is able to go in, and then it happens again in 3. I'm like, what are the rules with the voodoo in this series are all over the place, and they kind of make fun of it in later films. Because then 4, it's like we need the heart of Damballa. I'm like, when did you remember you had that? And then it's like, oh, there's this, and we can copy and paste and all this stuff. Like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, he's back. He accidentally kills a guy.
Accidentally.
Yeah,
Well, Chucky didn't play. I just think the energy killed the guy. I don't think that was Chucky
he got
doing it.
too fucking close.
Yeah.
Imagine going in that day, being like, "Yep, I gotta clean up a doll." I'm glad I
And you're
picked.
dead.
I'm glad I picked a safe line of work. Nothing could go
How
And
did they?
doll
How did they
factory.
inform his wife and children?
machine malfunction.
That's exactly what it would be. Factory. Sorry, your husband died in the factory.
And she's
Another
like,
one
"Oh,
gone."
one of the big machines." Like, no, the eye punching machine. It's like, oh,
It
why did lightning
electrocuted
shoot?
him.
Yeah, why did electricity shoot out of it?
Nope. Those eye punching machines really get the people though.
So meanwhile, Andy is dealing with a child psychologist, and he's still sticking to his story. He's at some orphanage, and the head of the orphanage is Sarah Palmer from Twin Peaks. Grace Zabreski, I forget her real name. I don't know how to pronounce her real last name. And back at the factory, Mattson is like, "What do I do with this doll?" And of course, the guy goes, "Stick it up your ass."
Yes, that was great.
So many good one-liners in this movie.
There
These
are.
one-liners are
And
solid.
this movie just really takes it to more of a comedy level, which I love.
Yeah.
Because it realized, like, okay, where do you go from that first film where it was a great build-up of the story and understand, like, kind of more about Chucky, but, like, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Do you make it more serious? And it's like, no.
No,
you-
they-
do the opposite.
you-
Just
exactly. And it
There's-
works
take themselves
amazingly.
They're smart to be like, okay, well, because the first movie tried to do a little bit of a misdirect where it's like, is it Chucky or is it the kid
Yes.
doing it until midway through? But this one knows that it's Chucky.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, let's actually show him planning all this shit. Like, they hide him when they need to for like scary scenes, but I like that there's so many scenes
Yeah.
of him like figuring out
It's
what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh, like, it's a fun way to take
Well,
it. And
It's not making your audience, you're not pretend like your audience is dumb at this
Yeah.
point, which I like.
She's trying to get the horny nurse from American Werewolf in London to adopt
that
Andy, and they're the Simpsons. Joanne and Phil Simpson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil.
So yeah, Andy is trying to be positive about being like put in the foster thing.
Which is kind of fucked up because like the PTSD
Yeah.
that I would
Oh my
have from
gosh.
my entire family just
Yeah.
getting, but you
yeah,
know,
well,
but it, you know,
the PTSD
it
of
was a
like
different time.
yeah, PTSD of like this
Yeah,
killer
first
doll,
time.
but then also like your mom is in an insane asylum and everyone's telling you
Yeah.
that she's crazy and you don't
But-
know if you're
And
going to
I
see
think
her
they
again.
just brought her to the insane asylum because she didn't want to reprise her role. She could have been like the Sarah Connor. Of
Hey,
the
look.
series.
Yeah.
She married. I think she married the guy who made the Chucky doll in real life. So
Oh, that's
nothing's stopping her
hilarious.
from coming back. Look, she had to go to be on Seventh Heaven.
Well, I guess it worked out for her.
And
That
she-
did work. Yeah.
She's the parent that's not shamed from being on Seventh
And I
Heaven.
think she could have been on something like Ally McBeal, but
Jeez.
Maybe she was. I don't know. Let's look it
Forgotten.
up.
a forgotten episode.
It was a really good show. I'd like to rewatch it, but there's nowhere to rewatch
It
it.
was on like
Can you get
Fox,
can
I
you get
believe, right?
DVDs or VHS?
I could probably hunt down the DVD box set.
There you go.
I don't know if
eBay.
I want to watch it that bad,
Okay,
but
then
okay. Andy's trying to be positive, but then, he gets a bad omen in the form of a fucking good guy doll truck driving past him.
Jesus Christ, he is so fucking traumatized with this shit, and no one seems to care. Like, oh, okay, you're having nightmares with this doll. Let's just keep throwing it in your face. Like, you poor fucking kid.
There's like no background story, so they even have the doll when he moves in with them.
Yeah.
Like this creepy house. you
Well, a
know?
lot of
Yeah.
kids had the doll. They do have a thing where they're like,
But
yeah, a lot of kids
Don't
have.
you should know why
They
the
should know
kid-
that specific doll they should get rid of.
Well, not for nothing. Phil was like, "Are we even qualified to have this kid?"
Yeah, it's like we might need
Phil-
to spend
Phil's-
more time.
Yeah, Phil's treated like a dick. I'm like,
you,
no,
Phil.
I don't think he really has like a chemistry with children. He asked him like, "Hey, what do you like to eat?" He goes, "Chocolate," and he goes, "Do you like sushi?" Like,
Yeah. He's clearly, and I think maybe I haven't watched my own video in a while, but I think the TV
Surprising.
maybe like clears it up a little bit where like they can't have kids, which is why the mom is so into fostering.
How long has the other girl been there?
3 weeks, she said.
That's what I
We'll
thought.
get to her.
That's
we'll get to her.
insane. Like, you just go to an orphanage and you're like, all right, let me get that one. And 3 weeks later, you're like, yeah, let me get a playmate for that one.
Unfortunately, I mean, I know 2 people who went through the foster system, and they turned out really well. Riley and Mint. They
Yeah,
would
they
probably
went-
have more
they-
stories.
let
They
me get
are-
the damaged one.
Riley and Mint. Yeah, I was just talking about that.
Not that one. He walks weird. You know. Like,
Watch on Patreon. Listen to the Hulk 2003 commentary
Oh.
track where Mint just dropped some random story about a foster home she was in, and me and Trixie were like, "Wait, what? That's not normal." Mint
Mint does that a lot.
yeah, Mint doesn't know when stories aren't normal, and she just says them, and people are like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh." Anyway,
And she still doesn't get it.
so yeah, Andy goes in the home. He is told the importance of this statue. Mom's like, "This is a very important statue. It's been in my family." And right away, you're like, "Well, Chucky's breaking that."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, Chucky's
It's-
breaking it. No, there's no question about it. Yeah, then he meets Kyle, who's eager to
name.
move out.
Nah.
She's just counting down the days. Wait, what?
What?
It's a shit name. We were just saying.
What?
What?
I mean, not
Yeah,
that
I
know.
mean, Kyle, not a good name
Real
for
shit name.
for a woman.
Yeah, maybe just for a woman.
Yeah, or a wrestler. You definitely want to change that. You want to
do wanna
change that
your
name.
Never have your name.
Maybe
Kyle.
something other than a talking car. Maybe like a cool name.
Yeah, like Tony. You know?
Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a great one. There've been plenty of wrestlers named Tony.
Yeah.
None spring to mind.
Yeah,
at the moment.
none are coming to my head right now.
Shabbat-
Actually,
Tony
fucking
Schiavone's
Tony.
not a wrestler.
But like still
He's
in that
wrestling.
realm, okay? That's
he's in
all
the
I got.
bubble.
That's all
He's
I
got a
I'm trying
great
to help
voice. You know, at
Yeah.
least there's one that has a great voice.
See, I'm trying to.
Oh, wow. Famous wrestlers named Tony just came to me, and I'll say them right now. Tony Nese, Tony D'Angelo.
Wow, that's
Tony
That's a really good.
Atlas.
Yeah, you know what? You have
I
a point
forgot
with that
about
one.
those.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
glad I
man.
thought about those names and didn't ADR names in
Fucking Christ.
Anyway, yeah, she wants to move out. Andy likes his room, minus the good guy doll. Tommy. It's Tommy. The good guy's doll's name's Tommy. That's very important information. Meanwhile, Mattson brings Chucky with him instead of just throwing him away.
Yeah, why? Like,
You figure they'd still need it? You figure they'd
Like-
still need it in case it came up at some point? Like, we need to check that doll again. Instead, he's like, I'll bring it home with me.
yeah, no. Why do you even want it? Like, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, at that point, like it
What
wasn't
do you
like
do with it?
I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm gonna take this doll with me that just electrocuted some guy. Like,
yeah. Again, would he be
Evidence.
would he be allowed to take it? Don't they have to do an investigation and like the equipment and stuff? And so he's like, yeah, I'll
Let's
take
check the insides. Why did it electrocute somebody? Why does it have a heart all of a sudden?
it.
You
Yeah.
know?
So he throws him in the car and he's on his way to a hot date.
woo woo.
He's like,
Everyone's on a date in this movie. How do you feel about this, Tony?
I bet you they're getting a lot of ha-ha-has.
Oh, my name's Crystal. I finally got a boyfriend. Now I'm gonna rub it in everyone's face. Ah!
I got softball practice. I'm like,
Whoa! Fuck you guys.
wait, remember when this was all going to turn around?
I didn't think it was gonna turn that fast. Whatever. Fuck you guys. Listen, I'm going to the fucking gym, lifting weights. Finally going back to hang out with my boyfriend.
Oh my god, I'm gonna rub it in Tony's face.
I'm getting laid. Guess who's not getting laid?
Hey. He's getting ready for his date, but he forgot the vodka. It's very important. Never forget the vodka.
Viagra. Never forget the Viagra.
No,
Yep,
vodka.
Vodka?
Vodka.
Oh.
We don't promote Viagra.
For
We
him.
promote Blue
Blue
Chew.
Chew!
Although they haven't had me do an ad for a while, so
haven't?
yeah.
I hear way more people taking Blue Chew. Like, that's all. I never hear anyone taking Viagra anymore. I hear Blue Chew.
I still have stacks of it.
I mean, not getting any use.
I wonder why.
Remember that condom ad that we did?
You still got tons
Still
of that?
have hundreds of condoms.
Ooh, they have an expiration date. Well,
I
I
know.
guess so does Blue Chew. I
Time to
suppose.
throw them out.
I
Tony.
better meet a lady soon so I can go through all 200
and
condoms.
isn't she in for a
Ouch.
treat?
Ouch. That's a lot.
Well, I want to test them all out.
You could just give them away
I
to
don't
your
think you're
viewers.
able. For someone that hasn't gotten laid in a while, I don't know.
She loves bringing it up.
Wow.
She loves bringing it up.
Really bringing those editing
Because
skills.
they don't hear what you say to me off the camera.
Well, I say lots of nice things.
Name one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? I'll name a couple. Your driving is okay. That's all I got.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
so
right.
sad that you can't remember one thing nice that you said to me.
Anyway,
Fucking asshole.
so he stops by
man.
a store to pick up the vodka, but they don't accept credit card, which I guess was like a late 80s thing.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard that when I was rewatching it today. I was like,
That machine, that.
Yeah, do you ever go to a place these days that doesn't accept credit card?
There's not many at all. I
It's-
mean,
I
you
mean,
can go to
there's
a
few.
you can go to a food truck
Yeah.
and cash app them.
Yeah,
You know.
I went to
yeah,
a
now it's like Venmo.
I went to a bar to see a wing eating contest. And
Oh, some bars.
But,
Yeah,
but
the
there's
bar-
there's more
especially in
of a reason
South
behind
Philly.
that, though. Oh yeah,
Huh?
it's for taxes.
South Philly bars.
I get
That's
it.
why, and that's why also you see like, oh, we're not going to charge you taxes
so that
if you
they-
pay cash.
Look,
Yeah,
look.
yep.
I get it. But if that's the case, make sure your fucking ATM works because
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
fucking
true.
ATM didn't work. So I didn't even have the option of getting cash. It was
That sucks.
great. It was great.
You
That was
couldn't-
fun
There's
with the
nowhere
Bilky.
nearby.
No, that's one. That's obviously it's clearly one place in the middle of nowhere.
The
where
one
there's
neighborhood I was in.
15
No,
miles
I was
to the
gonna
next
say,
gas
it was
station.
an
And also,
neighbor-
you didn't like hear. So you went to a wing eating contest
Yeah.
with who? Did you go with
Prison
friends?
Mike and his friend.
And did they not tell you, hey, it's cash only?
No, because they all carry cash because they're afraid of computers, I guess.
Oh,
So yeah, so I was not informed. That was like a whole thing. And it wasn't like in an area where you like to look around. It's kind of like I'm gonna stay in the bar area and don't really want to explore. What the fuck?
Was it not?
Sorry,
That wasn't Kit's phone.
oh, was that your phone?
Nah, dude, no.
Usually it is my phone. That's why I got distracted. So yeah,
Like,
he doesn't.
ugh.
So he's not able to get the vodka. He's very, very upset.
Yeah.
He gets in the car. Oh no! Before he gets in the car, Chucky is calling the orphanage on his car phone. This is a very dated movie.
I
We
love
have
it.
not accepting credit cards and car phones.
Oh, I would love to have a car phone.
Same.
That would be so cool.
So yeah, he calls the orphanage and he's just like, "Yeah, is Andy Barkley there?" And she's like, "Nope, just got rid of him. He's at the Simpsons residence." It's like,
Oh
lady,
my
why are
Because
you
that's legal.
why are you accepting this call late at night and giving all this information?
Do you want to hear this side story about orphanages?
Okay.
So I was working in an office one time, and we were just talking like, "Hey, would you ever want like kids?" And we were just getting this conversation. I worked with all women, And I was like, no, I mean, maybe I get like a used one, like at the orphanarium. And I called it an orphanarium, legit thinking that's what it was. I knew it was orphanage, like subconsciously, but because I've only heard it in like Futurama, was orphanarium. So it just plugged in my head as that's a real word. That's what it's really called.
I love that was the problem, not you saying you're getting a used kid like it's a car.
There's a lot of things wrong with
I got a
with
good
the
laugh,
story.
you know, a chuckle, you know. But
Well, you didn't know the word orphanage. That
I
means-
knew orphanage, but it took me to realize I was wrong by them laughing at orphanarium, like, and I'm like, yeah, orphanage.
Look,
Wow.
you need to
Yeah.
know these things. Orphanages are
I
very.
need to know that. Like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Like, how am I gonna get through life?
How are you gonna get your used kid?
Yeah.
like gonna go to
Orphanages
a dumpster?
are very
I think
important
you just
to
order it
ginger
online, just
culture
like how-
What?
because of Little Orphan Annie.
yeah, that I also
I
watched.
hate that movie in musical. I hate Annie.
Why?
I don't like happy-go-lucky musicals.
Fucking redheads.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, go figure.
I really don't.
I don't like other redheads. you know?
There's not many of us. Okay, we gotta compete. That's why you can. That's
You
why
know-
you don't see many
You
redheads.
know
in
what's
the same
scary
room,
about
okay?
Chucky? He's very tiny and he's a redhead. It's like the worst of both worlds put together. Anyway, he takes Mattson hostage
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
with the
take one of my
gun.
pins
I
out.
like he's got the little gun. He's just like, do this. And Matson's like, oh my God, don't kill me. I got a gold car. Do you like
gotta
the fake out where he squirts him with water?
Mhm.
And then he just strangles him. Yeah.
Watch
Aside
TV
from
show.
bestiality, what other fetishes do you think Tony has?
What
Oh
the
my
fuck is this
God.
coming
Would
from?
you think
You don't
suffocate-
even know. You should hear the things he says off camera. It's fucking
Oh.
weird.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, I know there's like a fetish for everything, but like some of the things you said, I was like, ooh, that's like awkward.
So yeah, he suffocated him.
Yeah.
And like
And he's dead. Then we cut to Andy. He's dead.
Jesus Christ.
We definitely didn't have an argument in between edits. We're not allowed to do an episode together. This is the last. This is the last Kick Crystal episode. Never again. Never again.
That's the thing. I think all the like the things that are being cut needs to be put on Patreon because that's gold. This is boring.
we're like
Patreon's
the
gold.
two children in the back seat just making a ruckus. You know?
We're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kicking the seat.
Yeah.
You're the size.
it
You're the
down.
size of a child, so that works. Yeah.
He's
I'm
so
not allowed in the
funny.
front seat.
Okay. Andy's being read a story by the mom, and I was distracted in this room because he has like a Godzilla figure, but it doesn't have the dorsal fins on it, so it's like a knockoff Godzilla figure, and it was really bothering me.
Nerd.
You know, I used to have a YouTube channel where I talked about Godzilla, and
What happened to that?
hopefully by the time of this recording, it's back. I don't know. Tony from the future here. I just want you all to know that the video archive for Castzilla versus the Pod Monster is now up on Rumble. Search Castzilla versus the Pod Monster on Rumble. Oops. Yeah, so that distracted me. She's reading him Hansel and Gretel. And I like that she wants to stop the story. And she's like, they lived happily ever after. He's like, no, they didn't. I'll figure it out later. So yeah, Chucky invades the house. And he's got to deal with that dick, Tommy. Who's all like, hi, I'm Tommy, want to play? And of all the things
Takes
he
care of
could
that.
beat the shit out of Tommy with, he picks the statue.
Gasp! We had no idea that was gonna
Did
happen.
he know that? Like, was he? Did he? Yeah, he didn't know. It just
No, it just
He wasn't
just
there yet,
happened to
yeah.
be
I
there.
almost would like it better that if he knew, because he'd be like, "What could I fuck him
He
up
maybe
with?" And he just
assumed.
goes,
I like to think Chucky might have assumed.
There was so many things you could beat something with.
Yeah.
around him.
So yeah, he beats the shit out of Tommy.
Poor Tommy. Tommy.
And I like that
nothing wrong.
Andy hears it. And the mom's like, oh, don't worry about it. I will bitch about this in a second. So then fucking Chucky has to get rid of Tommy. He's like burying it underneath the swings.
with the kids
With the
shovel.
kid's shovel.
Yeah,
But yet no one knows this is a fresh patch of like fresh.
Well, it's because it's under the swing. They just assume everyone's rubbing their feet, you know.
yeah.
Well,
sure.
You never swung before.
Sure.
never been on a
I
swing
have,
set?
but it's
Swang.
not like that kind of. Usually, it's like the marks are. It looks like it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
That's like freshed up.
They're not paying
Whatever.
attention.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Was that your biggest gripe? Was that
Yes,
that was it? That did it in the movie?
That was it. Out of
Well, here's
all
my
the things in
problem.
This movie.
The next day they find the broken statue, and the dad's like, "Which one of you kids did it?" And I'm like, "Well, the mom stayed with Andy until he went to sleep.
Yeah.
And also, he pointed out that there was a noise downstairs.
Yeah.
So he
Hate
should
it.
be off. He should
Hate
be off.
it.
They should be like, Kyle, it's you, the one who doesn't want to be here and is kind of a dick. It's you."
Yeah, the parents aren't very bright
No.
at all.
No.
They just, I feel
Well,
like
they're
he
also
just
really
wanted.
trying to set the tone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it just feels like the dad just doesn't care, doesn't want to be there, and
No.
it just wants to blame shit.
He grounds them. And but
Yep.
Kyle always has something. She's like, "I have work. I have a date." She always has something
Well, because
she's
she's a
going to do.
teenager. I
Yeah.
mean, that's actually that's not that hard to believe because she's one more year. she's out.
Teenagers going
she's
on dates?
17-year-old.
Who are these teenagers who did that?
Is she the
Normal.
same? Was she also in Happy Gilmore? Was that
No.
'Cause she
No, that's
looked just
that is the
like-
mom from Modern Family and Happy Gilmore.
now? Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
know that. But I'm
No, but she's back in the new show. They brought Kyle back.
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She
you know
shows up
what?
at the end of Cult of Chucky, and then they brought her into the show.
Oh, that's
You know
pretty
what?
sweet.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, her and Andy going on a little Chucky hunting mission with
I
all
love
the other
that.
Chuckies.
Would you consider her a final girl?
No. Not really.
No.
Mm,
Can we talk about the fact that his name is Andy
Yeah.
with a doll, and not only like 4 or 5 years later was Toy Story.
oh, yeah.
I thought about that on my drive here. I was
Toy
like, this
Story
is something
ripped
I
it
need
off.
to point out.
Toy Story ripped it off.
Yep.
Well,
Cancel Toy Story.
Hmm.
I didn't see any of the new Toy Stories.
I didn't see 4.
The 3 sucked. I don't give a shit what any
Fuck
of you
off.
say.
Yeah, dude. Fuck
3
you. Like,
go
sucked.
get the fuck out of here.
3
get
wasn't
the fuck out of
sad.
your own house.
It
All
was-
right, listen.
Oh, they're all gonna die. I'm like, oh yeah, we didn't see the giant
I didn't-
magnet
well, I didn't. I completely forgot about the aliens
or the
or
claw, the big
Martians.
claw. Yeah.
I completely forgot.
As soon as I saw the
was
claw, and then when
upset.
they got in the pit, I'm
You
like, oh, the
clearly were
claw's
not
coming.
that invested in the movie. And you
No, I
have
wasn't
heart.
invested in the movie. I
You
thought it was a
have
waste
no
of time.
heart.
Like, why are we doing a Toy
Because
Story
you're a
3?
piece of shit, and then you have
Yeah.
you're a piece. This, you know what? Maybe that's why you don't have dates. All right, do you say
No,
that?
no.
Do you have that?
Crystal, a lot of pieces of shit get dates. I don't think that's my
But
problem.
the thing is, they probably say, "Oh my god, I love Toy Story 3." Just say maybe if you just say that,
Yeah, just-
pretend
So-
like you do. It might
Can you
work.
just lie to women?
Okay,
You know?
all right,
Yeah,
so I
that
didn't-
works.
Tell them that they're
So I think
smart
the
and
episode-
that they're
Smart
pretty.
and they're
Wait, hold on.
pretty.
Thank you.
And-
The episode before this,
Brave,
Johanna yelled at me because I said
inspirational.
people should lie to women. And she's like, don't do that. I'm like, what? No, you got to do that. Anyway.
Yeah,
You
how else
gotta
are we
be a
gonna feel
good
good about
liar.
ourselves?
Are you going to defend Toy Story 4?
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
it.
It was okay.
I didn't bother with it.
Was it okay? Just like how Toy Story 2 was okay.
A little. I find it a little. That was my least favorite.
It's almost like the first one's the only really great one. Anyway, where are we at here? So Kyle and Andy bond, and then he tries smoking. And this really brought me back to my childhood. I hate it when like adults would be like, drinking's bad for you, smoking's bad for you, you aren't allowed to curse. And then they would drink and smoke and curse. And it's like, well, we see that you guys are doing it.
That's
Why?
how you were raised.
Huh?
That's how you were raised.
I feel like every kid was told not to smoke or drink or curse, and then their parents did one
Oh
or
yeah,
all
I mean,
of them.
you're mostly right. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that or they at least tried to hide it, but not
No.
everybody's like.
No, the cursing
putting on an
wasn't hidden when I got in the
investigation
car
like you
rides
are.
with my dad. The cursing was front and center.
I don't understand how the word "fuck" wasn't my first word.
Oh god,
Like
yeah.
you say how like I curse a lot.
Yeah.
That's because my family is nothing but curse words.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the smoking and drinking, it's like, well, you can't tell kids not to do it and then do it in front of them. Like, obviously, they're going to try it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, my mom used to say, "Just don't get caught," and I was like, "Okay." That's like legit. She goes, "Just don't get caught." Like with the drinking, with the
Right.
any kind of like. Because I remember one of my first boyfriends ever to get a little bit in trouble. We were in 7th grade, and we went to this drug dealer's house.
Okay.
And, swear, it's a true story.
The pieces
True
are
story.
all falling in place here. I'm getting
Really?
the
How did you
tapestry
not
of
have?
Crystal's life.
How did you not?
I don't
already
know
have
all
this?
the. I only learn details about your background when you just blurt them out of the show. I don't ask you questions.
You don't need to.
I don't need to. I
No, but
kind of
for real.
assume.
It gives
So-
you the answers to questions no one asked.
7th grade, there was a house down the street, and there was like this guy. He's the same guy. I don't know if I told you. He carved my name on his arm or his leg.
Oh, I've
or
heard
something like
that story before.
It's the same guy. So.
Oh well,
he
the same
goes-
guy.
Who went
Who
to
would've
an
guessed?
alternative
Good
high
guy.
school.
Good guy, Tom.
Anyway, I don't know where the fuck he is now, but we went to like a drug dealer's house or something like that, and I think he was just smoking pot. And then we go to like outside a church, and my mom's like, "Are you smoking pot outside a church?" And I was like, "It's not me, it's Greg." And she goes, "Okay, just don't let the neighbors see you, because that's where I got a call from."
Back to the movie. I do like that Chucky.
Oh, we were talking about a movie.
Yeah. I do
That's
like
so
that.
weird.
Child's
I do
Play
like that
3.
Chucky's trying to like blend in, and he's like, "Hi, I'm," and he almost outs himself. And I like that he takes a minute to think. He's like,
Hi, I'm Tommy, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
Yes.
and Andy should be like, "Well, I know good guy dolls don't hesitate. This is probably Chucky." Andy doesn't trust him.
But he could at least taken out the battery. Like he
I
saw
can't
the
imagine
battery, he kept it in. Like, okay,
Yeah.
the battery is there.
Yeah,
But you
But,
know
like-
what? He didn't threaten him that he was going to throw him in the fireplace, like he should have.
he should have. He
just
should have.
threatened him.
Damn it.
But you're right. He should have tooken out those batteries, because that's a word, and see if he would still talk
That's a
afterward. Thought I was gonna let you slide
You would
with
think we're all
tooken.
drinking.
I
right
didn't
now.
even know I was.
I let you slide with a
I know,
lot,
we're
but
so
took.
sober.
I'm not letting tooken slide.
Fuck you! I didn't even know I said that. Like it's natural.
You know, everyone fucked with me on that live stream where I said rewrite the wheel. So fuck all of you.
You're an idiot.
And the whole episode,
wheel.
every time we started talking about a new movie, someone would be like, "Yeah, well, you know, it doesn't rewrite the wheel," as Tony would say. And I'm like, "That's I'm fucking done." That might have been Adam's last live.
Oh
wrap up.
please.
Okay. I do like, so Andy and Kyle are bonding again, but I like that they're both taking turns on the swing.
Yeah.
And they're kicking up the dirt, and you see like Chucky is like, again, the first movie they wouldn't have had a scene like this. Because
No.
they want to like trick you into thinking, is he real or not? But like in this one, you're like, okay, this is funny that we're now seeing stuff that he was probably doing in the previous one. Where
Yeah.
he's just like, oh no, don't reveal it, don't reveal it.
What's good about like that movie and him going to like this foster family is that they could like reset the scene.
Yeah.
Because like you know
Yeah.
we all know as an audience,
Yeah.
obviously, but like they don't, so he can still kind of be the same thing. Like he's fucking real. Like
Yeah. And then later that night, Chucky, he's not wasting time this time. He ties Andy up.
I don't know how he did it. Like
How did Andy
Wasn't
not
his
feel
one
any of
arm?
it?
It was just like his one arm tied. I don't think they untied the other arm.
No, I think he was all tied up.
yeah, like every limb or whatever. And you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, they were all tied up. And he's gonna play a new game called Hide the Soul. But Kyle interrupts.
Yeah.
And then Chucky's like, ah shit. And he goes doll
you
mode.
could have just killed her.
I do like when she unties Andy's hand right away. He just punches
Punches, like,
Chucky
"Kill
as
him!"
hard as he can.
Oh my god, that fucking sock in his mouth.
Yeah.
That was like gag worthy. I was like, damn.
And then Mr. Simpson, Phil comes in. And he's like, Kyle, you must have tied him up so he wouldn't rat you out for leaving. She's like, what? That's a stretch. But also Kyle should be like, wait, why was he tied up? How did that happen? She should be like, how do I know you didn't tie him up and I didn't just walk in on something shady? here?"
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Instead, he's like, the dad's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this doll in the basement. Or throw him in the trash or...
Dad's an
Well,
idiot.
the next foster kid.
So the next day, it's Andy's first day at school. What a first day at school
Oh
this
my
is.
god, what a. Wait, can I say on YouTube? I can't say it, can I?
No, but we're not quite there yet. Let me do the school
Okay.
bus. And then you could say something about
I
Miss
would love
Kettlewell.
to.
So I like that they're on the school bus, and as it's taken away, you see Chucky's feet just dangling. That creeped me out as a kid. I'm like, oh man, I wasn't expecting him, like, in broad daylight start running around.
I don't know how he just gets around so easily.
Yeah.
Just no one's expecting it. You're like, did I just? No, I couldn't have seen.
Well, in
that.
the news show, he has a new way to get around. He talks about it. He's like, yeah, Uber's great. He's like, I just Uber and say, pick up the dial. Now I get everywhere. During recess, Andy's playing a game called Throw a Ball on a Fence 2 feet away from your face.
He's traumatized.
I feel
Let
like
the
they
poor
just
baby
they're
go.
like, what could you have him do? It's like, just have him throw the ball against a fence. You know,
Not even like
Yeah.
dribble, just like not throw it against the fence.
all those kids can relate to that.
But yeah, I like that Chucky is in the classroom, like fucking up his assignment to make sure that he gets detention afterwards. And then we meet Mrs. Kettlewell.
Mrs. Well,
You can't say
damn
that.
You gotta say,
I can
Mrs.
censor. I can
Kettlewell.
bleep it.
emphasize it.
I'll bleep it.
it's my favorite curse word.
Don't keep
You gotta keep
saying-
bleeping. No, you okay.
We're never gonna get done this review.
You're giving Soul Man a run for its money for bleeps.
All right.
God damn it.
But that's okay because in a couple months we're getting Reservoir Dogs. I already shot it. That's gonna have a lot of bleeps.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna have a lot of bleeps. Why did I invite the RTC boys for that episode? I don't know, but it's gonna have a lot of bleeps.
All right, back to
Mrs. Kettlewell is the teacher, played by Beth Grant. And she's not happy with Andy because she finds his assignment and says like "fuck you" or whatever.
you.
I said, what? Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I have to? We don't bleep that out, do we? We fuck you, bitch. Yeah. Fuck you, bitch.
The last time I told someone that you can say bitch, they followed it up with the N word. So please just don't.
Manny. I love you, Manny.
You know
Was
what?
that
At
when
the
you
time
did-
of this recording, someone made a post on X. It's called X now. Saying who's your favorite podcaster, and that motherfucker put Vito Gesualdi. I'm like, the other fat Italian, not the one who actually had you on his show, you dumb asshole.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Mrs. Kettlewell keeps him afterwards, and she locks Chucky into the closet because she's like, "Who did that?" He's like, "I didn't do it." He's like, "Who did it?" And he's looking at Chucky, and she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna play with toys." And it's like, that's what he was saying.
Oh, but even before that, Andy gets like hit or something. Like the kid behind.
Oh,
him.
yeah, he's
It
getting
was
bullied.
so
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah.
like she's just like, how dare? Like she doesn't believe him.
Yeah.
like at all. Well,
She-
you're a new kid, so you should be on your best behavior. And it's like,
She
what the
doubts
fuck is
that
wrong
he's
with
getting
you?
bullied. She doubts that he wrote that, and she
That's
doubts
also
his
not-
commitment to Sparkle Motion. It's a Donnie Darko reference.
It is.
That's the lady from
That
Darko.
was
I doubt your
good.
commitment to Sparkle Motion. Was that the name of the dance group? I haven't watched Donnie Darko in a minute.
Donnie
haven't
Darko's
seen it in a long
fantastic.
time.
I think that was
Have
it.
you reviewed Donnie Darko?
No.
I wouldn't do it.
That's my sister's favorite movie. Not that anybody cares.
What about S. Darko?
Huh?
What?
There was a sequel, S. Darko, about his
I
little
didn't see
sister.
it.
Serious?
Yeah. They went direct to video.
Yeah, no, I'm
No
good.
one watched it.
I'm good.
They got the girl who played his sister, your little sister, to come back. That's it.
I'm okay.
Guy who directed Donnie Darko didn't go on to do much. He did Southland
He did.
Tales and The
But it's-
Box, and that was like it.
Which one was
I
the
didn't see any of
box?
those.
Cameron Diaz and Jason Martin. It's like if you,
Is it a horror?
it's like this is a box. If you press this button, you'll get $1 million, but someone will die.
I feel like I've seen it.
But then there's like aliens involved or something. I don't fucking know. I watched it once and I'm like, wow.
Are they
this
trying to
sucks.
go? They're not going through a box, are they?
No, it's like a button. And if someone told me that, they're like, if you touch the button, $1 million, and someone you know will die, I'd be like, can I hit it multiple times? What's the limit? Yeah, so she locks Chucky into the closet. She locks Andy into the room, which I think is,
Which is like, I feel like illegal.
yeah, I feel like that's illegal. I think it's a fire hazard.
different times.
It was
Yeah.
different.
Different times.
Luckily, Andy knows how to get the fuck out of there because he realized Chucky's alive.
Yeah.
That is a
ass,
cool
like-
shot where they know when to hide Chucky and build suspense and then when to show
When
him.
Chucky's like
Yeah.
flipping out, he's like, "Get me the fuck out of
Well,
here!"
before
Andy,
that, I
you
like
bitch."
when he like looks in the keyhole and Chucky's like, "Hi, Andy." But yeah, he wants to get out. Andy gets out of there. Mrs. Kettlewell shows up.
does not get
What
out
a
of there.
con-
Yeah, Mrs. Could you please stop? Mrs. Kettlewell comes back and she realizes Andy is gone. She goes into the
My mom taught me
closet.
these words. Okay, go ahead.
And what is fucking Chucky like?
An air pump or
Yeah.
whatever, like a ball. Like of all the things.
All right, this
Yeah.
this is the death I am like, what the fuck?
Oh, I love this death. The
It-
air
but it-
thing is a
but
little confusing, but
The air thing was confusing, but then all of a sudden, he just kills her with a ruler.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like
But,
the way he
like-
walks
Or
up to
yardstick.
her.
It's a
Yeah,
yardstick.
that's great.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
A
how the
yardstick.
fuck does she not get up?
Because she
got
had
stabbed.
air pumped into her.
She got stabbed.
Oh, I guess
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
If you get air pumped, like I guess if it goes into the right area, you're
Yeah.
fucked. But like, it didn't feel like that. It
Regardless,
just
she
felt like
did get
fell
stabbed
back.
with a needle.
Yeah, she got
and,
stabbed.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was very that. Plus, I don't know how many times you've seen a doll just come alive. And
Yeah,
then
that
come
wouldn't
at
really
you.
I would
scare
get the
you.
fuck up
Yeah.
and not be
know.
on the ground as it hits me with a goddamn ruler.
Also, she was old. I don't know. But no, I do love that. Is like one of the best shots of Chucky, like walking with the
That was
the
a great
yardstick.
shot. Yeah.
And then I love the window shot is great. This could have been like a gory kill, but this is way more effective. Where it's
better.
like,
I just wish she had a different death, like initial death or something.
yeah, something else to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. But no,
Alright.
the fucking yardstick going underneath the window, and then the camera cuts out each time. But I like on the last shot, if you like squint, the fucking stick is still going up and down. He's beating the
Yeah.
shit out of her. And at no point in the rest of the film does someone go, "Hey, Andy's teacher died."
Oh yeah, they did.
It's like a really big loose end because
Because she was such a nobody cared.
Yeah.
yeah.
We take over. We lost him.
Go get that piece of paper so we can finish this.
Andy tries to warn the
Do I ever talk about
Simpsons.
Child's Play 2?
Andy tries to warn the Simpsons about Chucky coming for them. And this is when the mom's like, yeah, the teacher called and said that he was being held afterwards.
Wait, wouldn't the teacher be dead?
Well, no. She left for like a minute to call and warn the parents.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she
And then she came
and
back.
died.
But at no point
But
does
Her
anyone get
last-
informed
her-
that the
her
teacher is
last
dead.
act.
Yeah.
Her last
Doesn't it-
act before death was fucking up Andy's shit. Like,
But he's trying to warn them. They're like, no, we don't believe you. He's like, I'll prove it. Chucky or Tommy is still down there. And they open up, and I like that Chucky did run back to his spot and lay down.
Oh my God.
That was pretty funny. Afterwards, Kyle's like trying to make Andy feel better. Because he's listening to like the foster parents like complain about him. And like the Phil is right. He's like, no, we cannot handle this kid. Like
or
this
if you
is
fucking believed him or spent time or not be a fucking asshole towards him.
yeah.
Like, hey, how about we just not have the doll that traumatized you?
He's obviously has problems with kids, but like that's even more of a reason for him to not deal with this specific type of kid. Like
Right.
that's
I mean, he said in the beginning, you know, was like, am I even qualified for
Yeah.
this? So he, you know, it's not his fault, I guess.
Phil is. I'm starting
He's
to.
still a dick.
I feel the same way about Phil as I do Pete from Shaun of the Dead when we reviewed that. I'm like, wow, I used to think this guy was a dick when I was younger. Now I'm just like, no, they're kind of right. They're kind of in the right here. Phil did nothing wrong. Just like the boyfriend in Midsommar did nothing wrong. Anyway,
So, Midsommar.
you know, Kyle, I guess, doesn't comfort him enough. And Andy's like, yeah, that's nice, Kyle. I'm going to get that electric knife and go fucking kill Chucky.
Andy's over it.
Yeah, and I do
Yeah, he is.
again. This is like a really good build up to him like going around. You don't know where Chucky is. Eventually, Chucky does get the drop on him, and yeah, Phil comes in. How's it hanging, Phil? Dead.
How's it hanging, Phil?
His neck broken and everything, and then like I feel bad for like Joanne coming down. She's
Oh
like,
my
oh
goodness.
god. And then Andy, who looks evil as shit in
Yeah.
that moment, like tries to comfort her. She's like, get away from me. Oh God, he was right. You're awful. Because Mrs. Ross, which is what her name was on Seinfeld, Grace Zabeski, Sarah Palmer from Twin Peaks.
There you go.
Mrs. Ross from Seinfeld. She's like, all right, I guess I'll take Andy back. Come on, Andy. A bunch of people died around you. Let's
Yeah,
go
how did
home."
they just take him back like that?
I don't know. Where else was he going to go? Back to the orphanarium. I like Kyle throws Chucky in the trash. She's like, all right, I'm done with this fucking doll. And then she goes to swing and she finds Tommy. And then another uh-oh.
There
Chucky
was
is...
a reason.
Yeah. Chucky is not in the trash
Start
can.
digging.
And then there's a third uh-oh. Fucking Joanne's dead. Strangled with the scarf.
Just dead.
Strangled.
Like,
With the scarf that she was making for Kyle, which is kind of depressing.
of all of them, she was like the nicest character, and like,
Yeah.
you would think that we would want to see her die because we could go, no, don't do it, but she's just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's the only character really where you're like, you could feel for.
Yeah. I mean, I still felt bad for her.
Well, yeah,
But
I
it's
just
like
meant there was no
it's like
build
a
up.
quick,
She was
like,
just dead.
You're like, oh yeah, he's
But you have to
he's dead.
see someone die to feel bad for them?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
the suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't see you die, I'd be like, oh, Crystal died? I'm like, okay.
You would say that if you saw me die.
No, I would be very upset, or at least pretend if people were around.
No,
He
you
would be
would
afraid
run
that he
out
would
the
get-
door and pretend like you saw nothing. That's what you would do.
What, in here?
Anywhere.
Oh, anywhere. Yeah, I probably do that. Here, I
He
need to
would just
come up
hope
with a
that
cover
he
story.
doesn't get, he doesn't.
And imagine if Kit died, how sad I would be.
I bet you would have a whole tribute show for me.
Oh,
I bet.
yeah.
That's the
big-
thing is he would use it just being like, guys.
It would be a celebration
Hey,
of life.
I would like to
Yes.
start a GoFundMe and see where
Into
that
my
money went to.
Patreon.
Into my Patreon.
I would like to start a
It's what Kit would have wanted.
donate to my Patreon. I'll give it to his family. Like, Tony, do you know his family? No, I never met him. Don't know any of their names. I'll get it to them eventually. I think Ozzy Osbourne was.
Yeah, he needs the money.
Jesus.
Anyway, so she's dead.
Don't give Tony money.
Chucky, Kyle puts up a little bit of a fight against Chucky. I like that he has the knife, but he's not using it. He's just kicking his legs.
Mm-hmm.
They made that one doll that its only thing is kicking legs. I think they
Listen.
used it in the previous one. They're like, we gotta get a lot of use out of this leg
They
kicking.
made so many dolls.
Yeah.
So many. I don't blame them. Use the fuck out of them.
Yeah. I do like that they're still using the puppet dolls, but now they're like, because with digital technology, they can use them more because they're less
Yeah.
concerned
Right.
about hiding wires.
But it's still, it has like this certain effect on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
My favorite of the new Chuckies was the ripped Chucky. He was my favorite with the
Oh
abs.
my God.
Yeah. yeah, that
It is
exists.
such.
Can I
wait
get
for you
like a
guys to see
ripped
it.
Chucky doll?
I don't know
sure?
if they're making them yet.
I don't think they're making them, but I'm sure you
I
could,
want one.
you could probably order.
Marlon Brando Chucky was pretty good too. Marlon Brando Chucky was pretty good too. There's multiple Chuckies.
There's yeah.
I want.
Did you see Cult of Chucky, the last
Yeah,
movie?
there's-
Yeah, where he could copy and paste. They had a lot of fun with that in the TV show.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he takes her hostage, and I love how annoyed he is with Kyle. He just hates Kyle for some reason. I do love when the cop sees them,
Oh my god.
and he's like, "Flooring!" She's like, "Get real! This is a station wagon." He's like, "Ah, yeah, you're right. All right, stop. Just be fine." And the cop loves that it's Chucky.
I'm surprised she just didn't be like, "You want him?"
Yeah,
Like that's
would've
what I
done
was
it.
expecting.
I
was
would
like,
have tried to get arrested.
Anything.
I mean, because she's also aware that like he's gonna kill another innocent person.
But so what? At least she gets the
She's
fuck
kind of
out.
wholesome. Like she's not everybody's like you, where they just go, oh, better you than me. You know?
I have survival skills. Thank you.
Yeah, the survival skills of
He
like
does
let's pawn
too.
off
Yeah.
this
He does it
doll
too.
to somebody else he's gonna kill.
He would
and he's
do
gonna
it in
try
a
to
second.
find
Exactly.
He just said he would kill all of like the closest people to him for $1 million.
I didn't say the closest people. I said if it was random, I'm gonna hit that button over.
And it would be
Oh
close
God,
to.
yeah, absolutely. Especially if I don't know them.
So yeah, he likes the good guy doll until he sees it bleed, and she's like, "Yeah,
You know, like the dolls that pee.
Really real.
this one bleeds." And he's like, "Oh, that's weird."
What? Huh.
Get the
And then
fuck
like
away.
5 minutes after that, I love Chucky's like, "Shut up before I kick your fucking teeth," and she just launches him through the goddamn windshield.
So good.
Hey, just like I love that pop up. He's like, ah! Like with the-
Yeah.
it's just my favorite.
Yeah, he pops up on the hood and then he makes an accurate statement about women drivers. And then she like launches him into the wall and everything, and then he eventually takes control again. And that was I felt like I don't think we needed 2 scenes of her slowed down on the way, but why not? It was exciting. Kyle pulls the fire alarm at the orphanarium. It's an orphanarium now. Fuck you. And Susan and Laura's mom, is like, what are you doing here? Why did you bring that doll? Give me that doll. She brings her in the office, and sure enough, the doll fucking kills her. And this death scene's great, where she lands on the
my God, it's
photocopier, and
great.
it's printing out her face as she's sliding down. I'm like, that's fucking
It was
awesome.
perfect.
I think
God,
that's
this
one of
movie's
my
so
favorite
much.
kills.
This
in that
movie's
one.
so much fun.
They had the liberty just to have fun with the kills in this
Yeah.
one. And I think it really makes the movie.
Yeah. So he takes Andy hostage because the firefighters are showing up, and he's like, well, I can't really do my voodoo shit here. And Kyle chases after him. He's trying to do the voodoo shit inside the news truck with all the newspapers. If you remember the first movie, when he did the voodoo thing, like lightning came down and made a big explosion.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that in a van.
Yeah, in a moving
No.
vehicle where
Yeah.
you're now going to be in a little boy's body and you're going to fall out the back on fire and like get all cut up. He didn't really think this one through.
Now,
But yeah, Kyle stops him by pissing off the fucking
is
newspaper
great.
driver. He's like, you bitch. He's like screaming at her. And then what do you know it? They end up in the Play Pal factory.
surprise!
Of all the places.
Completely different looking one.
I love that the factory just has a fucking animatronic of the good guy just waving.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to see? I think we might have talked about it in the first movie. Remember they have a commercial for good guys and there's a guy in like a full bodysuit, good guy doll with the big animatronic head. I want to see that come to life in a Chucky movie.
That would
Oh, that'd be
cool.
actually kind of cool.
Yeah, we need to see that.
It just turns into just,
Chucky just gets big.
yeah.
Big Chucky. Make it happen.
That'd be awesome.
I like it.
Apparently he can get ripped. Why can't he just go in
Yeah.
there?
I like that.
Um,
Can we get big Chucky? We get tiny Chucky?
So Chucky finally does the chant and finishes it. We get the smoke and water effect with the clouds. That's always a cool effect. And it doesn't work.
He just starts
Nope.
bleeding.
Yeah.
And he just
But you
fucking
don't-
gets like flips out. It's exactly how I flip out.
Yeah,
But you
again, I would have loved to have seen it when you lost at that Philly show, bleeding, screaming no. It would have been the
To
happiest.
the sky, just pleading to the cops that were there, going, "What is this shit?" Like,
Yeah.
Rip, take your guns out.
But in the first one, you saw him physically looking like more and more like a doll. You don't see that in this movie, though. You don't see the changes.
Yeah, the first one he's bleeding a little bit more, and yeah.
He's kind of turning more into a doll. Like you can see the changes.
Well, the doll is becoming more human.
Or
is the
maybe
thing.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
But you don't see this one changing that much from human to doll or anything like that.
Well, he did get freshly remade, so. But I guess the soul still expired. Yeah, the timeline's a little confusing. But anyway,
yeah. He's still bleeding like a motherfucker.
this part still cracks me up when he's so mad and then the boxes fall and he goes, ah, what the hell? And it just like crumbles on him. It still gets a laugh out of me. Kyle saves him. The chase is fun. The chase is fun. They go up that little conveyor belt
movie.
sort of thing. Well, don't put it there. Now I see him more.
Actually, yeah.
They go up the conveyor belt. I like
These
I
two kids here.
I like that they trap Chucky's hand in it and he's got to rip it off and he's just Chucky's
Oh, he
screaming.
puts it like he
Yeah.
puts the knife in it.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, how do I guess I'm gonna put a knife on it. He's like, I fucking hate kids.
That was actually funny.
So that was awesome. Okay, I just want to say this factory is the most dangerous factory I've ever seen in my life. What is the layout of this? How did Kyle get in? Why did she just go out the way she came?
None of the
I was
exits
very
work
confused.
either.
Yeah, none of them work. I don't understand how she has to travel in conveyor belts. She couldn't just get off and walk.
Yeah, I'm like, how do the
I was very
people in
confused.
this
I was like-
who work here get around? What is this?
Movie.
I used to film inside of an aluminum factory. I did a series of videos in an aluminum factory. I was
Ooh, tell
hired
us
for it.
more.
Well, I will say they were actually less dangerous than this fucking thing because when I needed to go to another area, they had a large aisle and a walkway. And I'm like, oh, cool. Now I'm there. I didn't have to crawl through the fucking
Yeah, like
chemicals.
You didn't get to
while
go on
the
the
thing
conveyor
goes
belt.
down.
Yeah.
You didn't
and
have
then you
to
have to
like
go
yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
The furnace where they melt the aluminum, I didn't have to crawl
mean,
into the furnace.
You didn't?
All this
So hot.
huge ass factory to build that small doll, and like every part of him isn't just like they gently screw it in. It's like they jam it in.
Yeah.
Wham!
But again, okay.
yeah.
Like, what?
Again, I'm a little confused on how the dolls get assembled because they don't have limbs, and then sometimes they have limbs in there, but then there's a separate machine that's hot and puts limbs in them.
Yeah.
And then only a little bit of hair goes in. I guess it goes to
Yeah.
There's a thing that it drops into, and it does all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
You can't
Is it-
see.
all they don't make sense. I never really got what the system for making the good guy doll was.
But also, is that normal for everything to just go backwards, but keep working going backwards?
What?
I don't think
Like
so.
the conveyor belt, how everything just started.
You
going
better be careful.
backwards,
Okay,
but
wait,
yet
you got to
still
be
works?
careful. You acted like an expert with the handsaw for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and we were informed that no, that can cut through metal. We were idiots.
No, there's certain ones. Her saw that she had would not cut
According
through.
to several comments we got.
No, the one that
those
she
saws work.
had.
You want to double down? You want to double down?
Specifically talking
Holy
about the one
shit,
she had.
everybody
Yes, there
calm
are.
down.
There's tons of things.
Look. The 5 people who watched that episode disagreed with you. Thanks, guys.
No, there are specific things to cut. Yes, there are saws to cut it. How else would you fucking cut metal? Yes, I know. Her
Kit,
little
do you care to
shitty
break
saw.
this tie here?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the episode, so.
Oh, but you clearly saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, right?
Oh yeah, it's one of the top 5.
All that shit we got for not loving Afterlife. And then none of those assholes saw the new movie. And I'm
And
like,
everyone was like, I can't
Wait,
wait
is
for Tony
Afterlife
to
the one
watch.
with all the women?
no, that's the one with
No.
the kids.
Oh,
And Frozen Empire is the sequel to the one with the kids.
Remember when this happened? Remember?
Yeah. No, we got so much shit for not loving Afterlife.
oh.
And then all the people who shit on us didn't see Frozen
But
Empire.
yet they kept saying like, "Oh, can't wait for Tony to see
I
the
didn't
new
even
one.
know there
Can't
were
wait for
that
Tony."
many.
Yeah.
No one even knew it came out.
Yeah, it really came and went. So many movies lately are just coming and going. Remember Indiana Jones 5?
I didn't even see it. I wanted to see it, and then I saw like a review, and then I was like,
Probably my review, right?
and then I just didn't want to.
Dick.
When you told me, you were like, you don't want to see it, and I just kind of
Yeah.
like faded away.
Yep.
You know, like normally I'm not listening to you, but I was just like curling, and I only just watched the disc go away, and that was Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
we can all relate to curling. Very relatable
I'm sorry, I
thing. What are
can't
we,
go
the
on.
fucking Olympics? What the fuck?
The Winter Olympics.
Anyway. So during this running around the factory, they find a giant tub of liquid latex that's boiling, and then a weird.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know, but what was the again? Then we get
got
the
it.
weird machine where the doll goes in, and I guess it gets its arm and legs, and it's
But
hot
when
for
did
some
he
reason.
come out of that? Like that's when I got a little confused too, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Oh
to
no,
that
we're
part.
not
Like-
up to that part where he gets trapped in it. This is just where they
just
establish it's
show it.
there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
They also
like Terminator
established.
2 when they established that giant fucking what is it? You know, in Terminator 2 when the thing.
Oh
falls in,
yeah, the steel.
whatever.
Yeah,
the steel,
yeah.
and you're like,
Here they also established the eye punching machine, and right away you're like,
Oh yeah.
someone's getting thrown in that, and this is my least
she
favorite scene.
went through it so slow.
Yeah.
When she, like, I was
Yeah.
like, are you fucking okay?
Now, how did the repairman get down there? Did he also have to crawl through the conveyor belts? And
Oh,
all
that's
that
what they
shit?
do.
But yeah, Chucky gets him in there, and the eyes go into his eyes, and I don't like that. Don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not.
You don't like eye things? It's
No.
weird.
No, Crystal, I really don't like eye things.
It's like
That's so
it's
weird.
like Django when like he just starts ripping the fucking eyes out. I that shit bothers me so bad. I go,
No.
that's the
Do you
worst
have a
death
pen
ever.
so I can start stabbing them?
No.
Like I need it. I mean, it's a pen holder. I have to put pens in it.
No,
It's just like
There are no pens here.
stop it. But there's a pen right here. No. Anyway, they find the machine. Chucky comes out of the machine. Yeah, they accidentally back up one of the dolls, and it puts like extra hands in it. And like, all right, well, now we know it does that. I do like that Chucky's just on the thing pretending to be a doll, but he's fully clothed. He doesn't blend in. And then he does the whole like, hi! He just jumps out at them. But yeah, they use the hair punching thing. And for some reason, the
That was-
tag stuff that
Yeah.
you
it
wouldn't
felt
use at that
smart
point.
in the moment.
Yeah.
It felt very smart in the moment, where he like clearly could not get up. You're like, okay, he's
Yeah.
stuck now.
And they send him back in the machine, and he's just like, ow, it hurt. I think he literally says it hurts
Yeah.
at some point. And that whole thing comes out all fucking gross.
Yeah,
And they think they did it. But Chucky is still alive.
he ain't going nowhere.
He's like crawling on the ground. I thought that
No
shot was
leg.
cool too.
No
Yeah.
legs.
Um
But he looks so different. Like, so that's when I think maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah.
when he came out and he was like all jumbled and stuff like that. Was that not really him? Because
No, he
I know
he must have
lost his
snuck
leg.
out the other way.
Okay, that's what I
yeah.
thought happened.
Yeah, he must
Okay.
have snuck out the other way in the bottom half.
I was
so
like,
I
did
like
I miss something?
so that's
what I
like
thought.
fake out one, like Chucky's dead, not.
Okay,
So
cool.
he comes
Yeah.
back and Andy's like, because Kyle gets knocked out, she's on the machine. Andy's like just unloads all the latex onto Chucky and like melts him. And he wakes Kyle up, and then it turns out he's still not dead. He came back to life again. And he's so fucking.
And he's like
gross
attacking
looking.
her, but I'm like, dude, this has got to be burning her. Like,
I
and
know.
it's
He's
not.
like grabbing her, and it's like ah. He looks like something out of what's that movie? Society. Joe Bob played it. The Society. Remember they're like aliens or something where like all the humans at the end they're like having sex and their flesh or
Oh yeah.
like a guy's face
Yes!
is on his ass. Yeah, that movie. That's what he
That's
kind of
what
looks
is
like.
So fucking weird.
Society. Have you ever seen Society?
No.
I didn't see it until a few years ago. Watch Society. It's
Okay.
fucked. It's
When
awesome.
did it come
It's
out?
weird.
Like 80s
Oh,
probably.
okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. How are we gonna kill Chucky? He just shoves. I guess they forgot about the shoot the heart thing. I guess they forgot about that part. He shoves the hose inside Chucky and his head
That was
like
awesome.
explodes.
Oh,
that
it
was cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, his head expanding looks
It's
like
the eyes.
it looks like Big Trouble in Little China when the guy
Oh my
blows
God, yeah,
himself
yeah,
up
yeah,
at the
yeah,
yeah.
end.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like how they like realize like, oh shit, this is about to happen.
Yeah. And yeah, Chucky dies. And then they just walk out of the factory and that's how the movie ends.
Which is weird. They found an exit.
Yeah, I guess they found an exit.
Where did that come from?
They found that big door that she would have had to have gone through.
Weird.
Did you guys feel like something was missing at the end? Especially you who said you watched it on TV.
When,
like an ending, like anything else besides.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that's it.
Yeah.
Like it felt awkward. It felt like a very abrupt ending and credits.
The reason like that video I did so well is because I titled it "The TV Cut Has the Ending You Remember." Whenever when I watch this on DVD, and I say that in the video, I'm always just like, I feel like something else happened at the end of this. In the TV version, there's a scene where like a door opens and it's a Chucky head and it starts smiling. And like for years, I was like,
Thanks, I don't remember.
yeah, because I used to see it on TV, and then when I got the DVD and everything, I'm like, there's something missing. I'm like, am I just remembering like a part of Chucky 3? Because Chucky 3 opens with like the mouth screaming, and now I found out a few years ago it was the TV version. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, that's what was missing the whole time.
Why did they cut that?
And
Do you
there's
know?
other changes in the TV version. Go check it out.
But do you know why they cut that? Because I feel like that's a better like a button on the end.
I guess
don't know.
if maybe in theaters they added it when they put it on TV. So
Yeah, it could have
'cause
been
they-
that,
'cause They
too.
probably were like, we are definitely gonna make a third one.
Yeah.
because it did so well in theaters.
Yeah, maybe that's something they put into
But you got
the
the
TV
DVD
version.
too.
Huh?
You said it wasn't on the DVD.
No,
because I was the.
it was just the
theatrical
TV version. I don't know if there's like a newer Bluray that has it, but as far as I know, it was just the USA TV version had that ending.
It just but
USA
even,
Network just does whatever the fuck they want.
There
Okay.
they go. It just felt like it was
Except
just a
for
weird-
renew WWE's Raw contract, and that's why they're going to Netflix.
All right.
Um,
So
Everything's
in
going
the
to Netflix.
TV show, I'll say like my favorite thing about this show is not even in the show. It's like when they do recaps.
Yeah.
And it's him like this was the first time I ever heard them say fuck.
Yeah.
On USA Network or Sci-Fi, which is the same thing
Okay.
they do. It would be like last week on fucking Chucky,
Yeah.
and I just go,
I
oh
so,
my god!
So without spoiling too much,
Yeah.
they're allowed a certain number of fucks, and the episode with Liv Morgan, the wrestler Liv Morgan.
I love Liv Morgan.
So there was like a bottle episode that's like a
Relax.
whodunit in a mansion, and Chucky's not actually there. So he just opens and closes the episode,
That's awesome.
just like narrating, and Liv Morgan comes on, and he's like, "Well, I didn't get to kill anyone or use my allotted number of fucks." So he kills Liv Morgan, and just says "fuck" over and over.
I
again.
love that. I have to see this fucking show.
They
You
have-
really
they have
are
so much
missing out.
fun.
I won't tell you what episode it is, but
How long
it's
are the episodes?
They're, like half
they're
an
short.
hour.
They're short.
Oh,
They're half
really?
hour, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
They're
How many-
all
how
on
many-
Peacock now. I
Well,
think
they have 3 seasons.
How
and
many
then
episodes are in a season?
They split them too. So
No.
isn't like this one 3 or this is the second half of the third season. I
Yeah,
think.
but it's done now. The
Yeah,
third
it's
season's
over.
done now.
But
So
how
it's,
many
I think
are in a
it's
season,
I
though?
think it's all on Peacock. They haven't renewed
all
it for
Peacock.
season 4.
How many episodes are in a season?
Like 8.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Great,
on, hold
just
on,
tell
hold
me
on.
that.
8, maybe 10. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's all I'm asking
not,
for.
Not 20.
That's what I'm asking.
Would you
That
not
helps
watch
me.
it if would that
I
actually,
would. It's more of like the planning of like how much time am I going to dedicate because I do not know how to watch shows accordingly to my schedule, I binge watch. I just binge watch. I can't stop.
Well,
I'm
what
addicted.
I love how it's a weekly, and then so I watch them when they come out.
Oh,
Because I'm, like,
nice.
obsessed.
Yeah.
8 episodes each.
Let's see.
So yeah, and they're short. They're like 30 minutes.
One of them.
So yes, Child's Play 2, probably my favorite slasher sequel of all time. It's probably the best. I'm trying to think, like, Halloween 2 isn't as good as this.
No.
No.
Friday the 13th 2 is okay. Not as good
It's
as
not
this.
as good. It's not, like I said earlier, it's the first movie really set it up and really developed the character, which was great. You understand what's happening. And then they set it up for the second one where it's just now fun.
Yeah.
It's like you're not competing against 1 and 2. They're different movies.
It does. It just ups the ante.
It's
it does
almost
everything
as
it
if
has
like
to.
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Like you have the one that's serious and then you have it funny, the second one.
Yeah. Is
And
Evil
it's
Dead,
like-
do you count Evil Dead as like a slasher, though? It's more of like a demonic thing.
I'm not going that.
I'm specifically talking slashers.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's similar to a horror film.
Yeah.
Going, here's it serious, and now we're gonna make it a little funny, and it works, even though it's not
Yeah.
timeline isn't there.
I get that.
But I like that. I really like the fact that you're taking it, but you're also not cheesing it up too much to where you're like, this is dumb. Like it's
Yeah.
not like how in Nightmare on Elm Street, how all of a sudden you're like, gee, like
No,
what
Nightmare
way
on Elm
is he
Street 2.
fucking
Nightmare on Elm
going?
Street 2 is great.
It is great. It's great, but it's,
I don't care what anyone says. Still like it. But
He likes
to
the
that
power
example,
scenes, that's why.
another great
know.
part 2 of a slasher is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. But that one,
I feel like it's completely different.
yeah, but that
Yeah.
one isn't
That's
trying to
completely
like
different.
one up the original. It's just trying to be a whole different movie.
But I love it when series do that.
and
Well,
I
mean,
love
if it
Texas
works.
Chainsaw Massacre too. It's great.
It's good.
Yeah, I love it. It's probably my favorite out of all of them, besides like the first one, and of course 3D with Alexandra Daddario. But no, this is out of the big slashers: Freddy, Jason,
Yeah.
Michael,
Yeah,
Pinhead.
Absolutely.
Chucky's without a doubt the top.
He's your favorite, but this is definitely the best part 2 out of
Oh, yeah.
any of those.
Yeah,
I think
It's
so.
Yeah.
it's so good that it's really been hard to top. I think they only really did it once after this. Definitely not for part 3. But Bride of Chucky's pretty good.
Oh my god, I love Bride of Chucky. I
Seed of
think that's
Chucky's fun,
actually
too.
I think Bride of Chucky's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, Bride of Chucky's where they realized they had to like pivot a little bit. Because I feel like they rushed 3 out too soon after this, and that's
Yeah.
why
Oh,
3's
it was
okay.
right afterwards.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like the next
Because
year?
this one
Yeah.
took 2 years after the first one, and then
Yeah.
the
The
third
next
one they
one
were
was, like,
just like,
the
we
year
see what we got,
after.
let's do it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And then it becomes that's why all like 3s of all movies I always think like are kind of shitty.
Well, I mean, some part 3s are good. Well,
like Alien 3.
some people don't like that one, but I think we all know.
Do you like Alien 3?
Yeah, I think we all
Is there
know about
shower
a
scene or
different.
something in it. Like,
Huh?
it's like
Guys.
Sigourney Weaver gets all wet like the alien.
Guys, there's a even better part 3 movie, and the poster for that is on the adjacent wall.
Just
What
because
are you
you were
talking
in
about?
it doesn't mean that it was.
What movie was I in, Kit?
You were in a movie.
Yeah.
What movie?
Could you tell everyone what movie I'm in, Kit?
He was in
What does
the
that say? I can't read it. It's too
Night Rises.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much.
Wait, the Dark Rises?
The Dark
Dark Knight Rises. Yes, I
Dark-
was. And that was the best part.
Dark
3.
Love
Dark
this
Knight's
now.
coming.
Every time we say that movie, we just
We figured
the
it
Dark
out.
Knight.
No. It's you got a apostrophe S. It's-
I'm cutting a lot of this shit out, you asshole. Stop running the bit. God, this episode's getting longer than it should be. Crystal, any last words on Child's Play 2?
I like it a lot.
Yeah, you dressed up for the occasion, apparently. What does that say?
I don't know what's my boob say.
Wanna
play.
play?
Want to play?
Wanna play.
No, his thing says good guy.
I don't know. Maybe
He
it's a
screwed it
copyright
up.
shit. I don't
He also
know.
does.
I
He
bought
also
it.
doesn't have a tit window. What the hell? His shirt's all covered up.
He's not.
You got the
wearing a
tit
belt.
window thing
It
going
got
on.
ripped when I was fighting.
It got ripped, and then you sewed the seams up. Well, good job.
Yeah, I had to put it back together.
Kid, any last words on Child's Play 2?
I agree with you. I think it's like the best sequel of a slasher. And I think the best line is just like, "How's it hanging, Phil?"
Yeah. The one-liners are fantastic in
Yeah.
this.
It's not on here. Oh, yeah, it is here. It also has a great tagline. Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
That's
All right,
pretty
whose
sweet.
one-liners do you like more? I guess I would say out of a franchise, Chucky or Freddy.
Well, Freddy has has
Those are
Alison
the two
Agnefield as a
comedic
one-liner.
ones. Yeah.
Freddy has actual like one-liners and buttons
Yeah.
to jokes.
But they
Freddy-
Chucky
sometimes
just says funny shit constantly.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick one, because to me, yes, Freddy's known for his one-liners, but the thing is, sometimes they're just too
Okay.
much. Where you're like, shut
I
the
like
fuck up.
Chucky, but I would say Freddy 100%. I mean,
You know what, I'll
now
give
we're
it-
now we're playing with power. It was
Yeah.
like my favorite.
Okay,
fucking line.
Freddy's got better puns.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
However, when it comes to Chucky, I'll kick your fucking teeth in
Yeah.
still is like one of my favorite things he's ever said. And I'm like, yeah, it's that one. It's
Okay.
that one. Yes, Child's Play 2. We love it.
Yes.
Let us know what you think. There's also, I'm glad we're doing this one at a time. This is one of those series where I'm like, do I just bunch it up? Because how many times can we? Because a lot of movies are like kind
So
of
we're
the
gonna
same.
do the third one next year.
Maybe sooner than that.
So
But
in 9 months. Got it.
hopefully they renew season 4 and we can ride on that train. But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I still really enjoyed it. I like put this on just randomly once in a while, just because it's so much fun. Out of the original 3, it's definitely the best. Probably the
I
best.
don't know.
Nah, it's probably the best overall.
It's tied to me. The first and second are tied. I don't know if the second's.
I like all the movies for different reasons. I feel
Yeah.
like they have different vibes.
As
sometimes.
weak as 3 is, there's still good moments in it. There's still good moments in it. But yeah, let us know what you think of Child's Play 2. Crystal, where can we find you so I can avoid it?
You'll never avoid me, Tony.
Where can we find you?
On social media, Twitter, Instagram.
X, it's called X now.
Sure. I don't know, social media. I got a link thingy, a link tree.
Okay. What do you got? Anything new going on?
Do I? I don't
You'll
think
be
so.
at too many games.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be at too many. Are you going to be at too many? We haven't talked about this. I guess we're going to talk about this now.
I
What are
I
we
talked about a
doing?
few things. I forgot to get a panel, so I'll be
I told
around.
you so many times.
I know, and I forgot.
What is this?
So
And
are we
can I
just
be
going to
in
do
it?
our
Too
own
many games.
panel
It's
at
a video game convention, but like I have to babysit on Sunday, so I can only either go Friday or Saturday. I
Are
don't
we just
even-
going to do a panel in the fucking parking lot?
No, I'm not gonna do a panel. I'll probably just go to say hi to some people I haven't met.
How
in
are
a
we
while.
not doing a panel? That's really
Because I
I'm only on
forgot
the
and they're
show,
booked.
So
You
I
know-
can do panel at too many games.
Wait,
once
you
a
are,
year.
but aren't you doing a panel? You're hosting one.
I'm moderating. I don't even know what I'm moderating. or
Okay,
how
you're
many, but
moderating.
I'm moderating.
You know who does have a panel? Tom. Tom was able to get a panel at too many games. So someone from Hack the Movies will have a panel, not me.
Do you still not get a panel?
No, it's too late. And also I can't.
suck!
And also I can't go there one of the days. So
So what? That's one day out of the 3.
I agree. I'm the one who screwed up.
How?
However,
I'm the one being like, okay, we're gonna do this and this, and we're gonna go to here. And
However, it's probably confirmed at this point, but we will be going to a wrestling event at the Mahoning Drive-In.
oh, this is news to me.
And the punk rock flea, I literally, the day before I still have to pay for it, but I literally applied for it like yesterday.
What is it?
There's a wrestling event at the Mahoning Drive-In.
What kind?
I,
Like, is it like
regular.
local? Like, I mean, is it like local wrestling? Like,
I guess. I don't think Cody Rhodes is showing up to this.
What
It'll
the
probably
fuck?
be like, like Indie Jobber Mud Show guys. Not going to name names, but I will look at one. So yeah, there's a wrestling event. They're going to have live wrestling at night. We will be there. And
Cool. What's
the
that?
Huh?
When's that?
I forgot to write it down. And the
Guys,
punk-
you're learning just as much as I am right now.
It'll
Like,
be
what we're
July
doing.
something, I think. Or June I think it's July something.
June's like in a
I'm
couple
gonna
weeks.
assume that you'll probably put the date underneath this.
If
I
you
will.
remember.
I will. I will put the date underneath
Cool.
this.
That's when I'm gonna find out when it is, when the episode comes out.
And I
Whenever
need to know who
that
the
is.
promoter is so I can hit them up.
Yeah, right.
And then the punk rock flea market.
Which one?
That's going to be in Mahoning August 11th.
Punk rock flea market. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, apparently
Oh,
they are.
sweet. Yeah, I know.
And then VHS Fest still hasn't been announced. So keep an eye out for VHS Fest. We will probably be there. But as soon as it's announced, I'll get the table. Tony from the future here. They did announce Drive-In VHS Fest 8. I got the table for it, and that will be July 12th to the 14th. Also, Drive-In Wrestling will be July 21st. And the Punk Rock Flea Market will be August 11th. See you all there. So yeah, we have stuff we're going to. It's going to be fun.
Are we going to anything that's not Mahoning?
I'm still finding places to go to. I'm sure we'll do more crypt events with Tim.
Anything that's not in Pennsylvania, close to Philly?
Maybe like another one at the Neshaminy Creek Brewery.
Once again, anywhere that's not near Philly?
Look, I'll find some places. All right, give me a break here.
Maybe
Kit!
branch the fuck off.
Yeah. I'm like,
Speaking
I'm
of,
sorry, Al.
Kit, can you get the fuck out?
Thank you for leaving your door unlocked.
So, Kit, do you have any fun things coming up?
Well, like I said, like when this airs, I'll be coming back from San Antonio. I get the debut there, which is awesome. I don't remember the name of the promotion. But
I'll
it is,
put
it
it
is,
down
it
there.
is
I'll put it
for
down
this wrestler Santa Chiva. Awesome, dude. I think you've seen him wrestle at the New Fair City show in Philly. He was the one with the bull mask.
oh, shit. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Hilarious. And then there'll be a New Fair City show in June in Brooklyn. Unfortunately, and that'll be the first one that I'm going to having after Lost. From what I've told, I don't recall this.
They're not
happening.
letting you go back for that title, right?
I don't. We'll see. you
Better
know?
not. Well, I noticed you're wrestling all these people, but you've yet to actually set up a match with me, so I guess you're just too scared.
Oh, that must be it. How's your neck again? Is it still hurting you from like
It
4
really, yes,
months?
with the insurance company, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. But I will take painkillers to wrestle Kit. But you're too scared. I keep saying when
old
this is
school.
going to happen.
Yeah, right?
And it hasn't been set up yet. I think you're just looking for reasons to dodge me. You always have to do a cheap shot. You always have to catch me off guard. You're too afraid to face me like a man. Because he knows he'll lose.
I
right?
cannot wait to make you bleed in front of all of your friends and family.
Kit,
my
Kit,
God.
Kit. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, but
Yeah, I see how pasty your arms are. Maybe,
I'll have
when you're at the Planet
I didn't
Fitness,
get a
you should
base
hit the
tan yet.
tanning bed a little bit.
Crystal,
you
you
know?
think you can take this?
You know that scene-
Why did you laugh at that? You
he would tap out from that little pinch. You know, oh God.
pinching does hurt. Yeah, so follow Kit, see him lose. If you see him live,
Oh my
send
God,
me
I want
pictures
you
of
both
him
to fucking
losing.
lose. I want you both to lose somehow.
That's not how it works.
Both of us lost by having to do this whole episode with you.
Wow!
This is the last. This is the last. This is the
Fuck
last
you.
Kit Crystal episode because
For fucking like obvious reasons, because we're both children.
this will probably be heavily edited. But yeah, that is it from us. Please like,
It's
share,
because we
subscribe.
said
What? You said
yeah. We
When
did,
did you say
we did earlier. We said
I don't
earlier.
remember saying
I do.
Tony,
it
did
was,
we
it
say
was, yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, book me on Cameo, join us on Patreon.
I'm on Cameo too. Hey,
If-
Kate, you want to be on Cameo?
Yeah, actually, I am on Cameo.
Look at that. We're all on Cameo.
Don't book Kit, book Crystal. You use my affiliate link, right?
Oh, it's
I
expired
will
now.
lower.
I mean,
I will lower my prices if I will lower my price if you message me ahead of time to just make fun of Tony on it. It'll be like I could make a whole stand-up act on it. Like,
oh, easily. Just look at him.
You guys are all right. That's it for me. Bye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.